which is still best expressed, I think, by the ambiguous epic of the late British Empire, to which I have devoted much of my life. But the Pax Britannica was, of course, famously nationalistic, and when it comes to a profounder kind of patriotism, it strikes me that the old American sort was far grander and truer, based as it was not upon triumphs, but upon the original generous values of the Republic. If I were to choose a new national anthem for the USA, I would choose the words by Emma Lazarus that are inscribed upon the plinth of the Statue of Liberty. They welcome the world's masses, tired, hungry, and oppressed, through the golden gate to freedom, and I would sing them to the setting written in 1949 by a refugee from Russian Siberia. And I would have it sung, if possible, by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir of Salt Lake City, who originally modelled themselves, wait for it, upon the male voice choirs of my own dear Wales. Day 3. Conscience doth make cowards of us all, the man said, but my conscience simply makes me ashamed of myself, and is often not quite powerful enough to curb my inner devil. A person I very much dislike lives quite near me, and when I drove home in today's heavy rainstorm, I noticed that 4 or 5 items of her washing were flapping on her line in the rain. She is away on holiday, and conscience prodded me. Shouldn't I stop and take the things in out of the wet? Nobody else will. So what? Said my personal Beelzebub. There's nothing on that line but a few old socks, dusters and stuff. Why should she care if they got wet? Conscience disagreed. They may not look much to you, it said, but perhaps they are precious to her. Beelzebub. More fool her for leaving them there. Conscience. I thought your life's motto was, be kind. Beelzebub. Believe me, if it was your things that were getting wet, she most certainly wouldn't bother about them. Conscience. Well, I'm not her, am I? Beelzebub. No, thank goodness, you don't go around being goody-goody and thinking you're better than anyone else. Besides, you know very well that she is a person you very much dislike. Remember? By God, you're right, I told him, and hurried straight home out of the rain. Day 4. In the middle of the night I awoke with the need to have a shit, a marvellously expressive word, you must agree, and first recorded in English, so my OED tells me, in 1308. Tom Wolfe once recorded 32 distinct usages of it. This was a new annoyance for me, and leads me to record now all the symptoms of senility or worse that afflict me in my 10th decade. 1. Loss of physical balance. 2. Forgetfulness. 3. Excessive urination. 4. A sort of freezing sensation in my toes at night. 5. More or less permanent catarrh. 6. Miscellaneous pains in my abdomen, back, spine, heart region, and stomach. 7. Inability to spell perfectly familiar words like miscellaneous. 8. Bubbles in my ears. 9. Irritability. 10. Envy. 11. Fading pleasures of wine. I used to claim that I had drunk a glass of wine every day since the Second World War. Now I sometimes go a week without one. 12. Embarrassing forgetfulness of names, faces, or acquaintanceships. Is there such a word? 13. Excessive literary reliance upon the exclamation mark. And now, to cap it all, the nocturnal need to defecate. But anyway, it all adds up to that most maddening of all afflictions, old age or senility. To my mind, the Bible was sensible to suggest 70 as a proper span of human life. John Donne was perhaps a little pessimistic to suggest that we love nobly and live till we arrive to write 80, but Shakespeare was dead right.